We have one set of laws in this country, and they apply to everyone.
Does this have anything to do with the laptop?
Parent, you could secretly ban one party's candidate or all of its candidates.
It is not, generally speaking, unruly, but fires have been started and
Russians gave help, and the president made full use of that help. And that is pretty damning.
To ask the Ukrainians to help them cheat an election.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Never meet your heroes, the old adage says. You might not like who they actually are in real life, and I can say that for some people inside of the conservative and freedom movement, that may be true. For others, you should meet your heroes. Like, if you get a chance to meet Tucker Carlson, dude, seriously, do it. If you ever get a chance to meet Donald Trump, do it. You will think better of them after meeting with them because you'll realize what awesome people they actually are. Another hero of mine would be Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent, of course, the legendary rocker, here doing the national anthem at a rally in Michigan. Ted Nugent was on TV in a clip that was surfaced to my feed and created what I assume to be the greatest 27 seconds in television history, ladies and gentlemen. I had never seen this interview before. I tweeted it. It was on PBS, airing on PBS. Ted Nugent saying what he thinks about those who got the COVID vaccine. This is the greatest 27 seconds in broadcast TV history. Nothing else even comes close. 20,000 retweets, 70,000 likes, 8.8 million views. What did the people like so much about this clip? Ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure, the greatest moment in TV history. Watch.
To the people who believe it is a worthwhile vaccine and it is saving lives, are they just dead wrong? Are they been fed a line from the federal government?
Tim, I appreciate the opportunity to speak to the people that went ahead and got the jab. I speak their language. I would speak to them thusly. Bah, 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 bah. They understand that.
Well, so all these millions of people that got the shots, they're just stupid?
Yep.
Oh, Ted Nugent. Here you go. Here's a Ted Nugent's website right here. What, man, you a real one for this, Ted. Ted Nugent, he's on tour. He's hanging out at the Adios Mofo 23. Okay. This guy rules. I freaking love Ted Nugent, and I really, really love this dude's energy. He's obviously a legendary rocker, clearly just like an American classic. He's got a great wife. She and I have texted before. I don't actually know Ted that well, but I would love to get to meet him. He just seems like a real OG. Ted's always been on the right side of history, obviously standing up for those who oftentimes don't get a chance to stand up for themselves, using his celebrity and his power and his permanent wealth, right, and his ability to stand up and speak out to the benefit of those who don't have a voice. Like, do you remember the trucker convoy in Canada? The time when people actually laid down the marked change for when people finally laid down the law and said, we will no longer comply. We are no longer going to allow you to control our lives. We will shut you down. That was the change. How embarrassing for us in America that it took all these Canadians to stand up finally, and Ted Nugent was on their side. Ted Nugent, it's hard to find a time in American history where Ted Nugent wasn't on the right side of history. Check this out.
Eric, you got the right guy, because my name is Ted Nugent. I'm the Motor City truck and guitar player. I got my own truck, and I'm going to join these truckers. These guys stand up for the best of humanity. It's really quite simple. You hear all this talk about we're divided, there's divisive. Well, of course we are. I'm divided between good against evil and dishonesty and rot and criminal corruption, which describes, Fidel Jr. up there in the snowland. Those are great, great people up there. They live by work ethic and being the best that they can be. And certainly that describes the truckers here in America. I mean, I have campfires every hunting season with the Teamsters and with those truck drivers. I know these guys. I am these guys. I had a big Zebra Ford Bronco with 900 horsepower that gives exactly 600 yards to the gallon. So I'm going to go go join those guys and make sure that the middle finger stays on fire, because good people support them, rotten people are against them. And old Fidel Jr. perfected that.
God, I love that Fidel Jr. Good for you. Ted Nugent. It's great that you have a fighter. I mean, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Somebody who actually stand up. More country music stars should be like this. More music stars should be like this, standing up for the actual creatives and the artists in their industry. Instead of rage against the machine, they are raging for the machine. These people are such frauds. There is nothing more punk rock than being on the side of Pfizer and being on the side of large corporations and the superstate in America. Ted Nugent is also blasting the woke idiots that are trying to cancel Jason Aldean, one of his fellow freedom-loving musicians. They've got no soul. Nugent was on Fox News recently talking about this with his quintessential background there. Let's see. We got an I will not comply. We got his bow hunt. He's a famous bow hunter. Ted Nugent having this to say on Fox News in relation to a more recent interview here. This happening this weekend. Ted Nugent flames on as ever.
Then legendary guitarist, multi-platinum musician, the Motor City Madman himself, Ted Nugent is here. Hey, Ted. My man.
Jimmy, happy summertime to you.
First of all, I wanted to thank you for lending me this jacket. That was very nice of you, Ted.
My pleasure. I shot that myself just for people like you, Jimmy.
And be sure to tell the audience that if they like it, it also comes in men's.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Ted, let me jump right in. Okay, we got this Jason Aldean controversy. We obviously thought of you because the left's been getting upset with you forever. Hunting, guns. First of all, give us, our audience, a sense of what it's like to be in the eye of the outrage mob storm.
Well, number one, Jimmy, I got to tell you, happy summertime 23. I'm out on my last and greatest tour, and I got to tell you, I could be spoiled rotten. I could actually isolate myself and pretend that the world's perfect because my band is perfect. My crew is perfect. My kids are perfect. My wife is perfect. My dogs are perfect. My entire team. Every day on tour since 1959, literally, I'm surrounded by just working hard, positive people, you know, that really love freedom and that put their heart and soul into being the best that they can be. Now, I know there's a bunch of idiots out there, but you need to learn to get a kick out of the idiots. The idiots hate this Jason Aldean song because they hate when we push back against violence. They always get it 180 degrees wrong. The song is against violence. The song is about self-defense. The song is about protecting your loved ones in your neighborhood. If you find fault with a song that celebrates protecting your loved ones in your neighborhood, you might be going down to Target to the Satan display and getting on your knees. These are just weird people. We dismiss them out of hand because they've got no soul. I laugh in their face.
So you don't take them serious, you just keep on trucking. So let me ask you this, Ted. Out on the Adios Mofo tour, where you find yourself right now, would you say the fact that you've been a target in the past actually hardens your support because you have kept on trucking as opposed to taking them seriously?
Yeah, when I get on stage tonight in Shipshewana, Indiana, then I go to Charlestown, West Virginia, and Terre Haute, Indiana, then to Mount Vernon, Kentucky. I just keep going. I have the time of my life with the best people in the world. And you're absolutely right. I've always stood up radically, really extremist for God, family, country, Constitution, Bill of Rights, Ten Commandments, Golden Rule, work ethic, law and order, all that really radical stuff. And that represents the heart and soul of the best, most passionate, most cocky, most fun people in the world, and that's always what I've been surrounded by. So yeah, when people started realizing that to be silenced because of fear of being canceled before the term cancel really was implemented, people realized that Ted Nugent was always on the front line standing up for truth, logic, and common sense. And my audiences are full of the most positive, uppity, outrageous, defiant, independent patriots in the world. And it literally is a tsunami beneath my American eagle wings. I am out of body stage every night, and so is the audience.
I absolutely love it. Really quickly, if Jason Aldean was watching, and he might be, given how sexy you and I look on this camera right now, would your advice to him be to just keep on trucking, just tune him out?
I've actually responded to a bunch of social media posts about this, and I've said, Jason, the best Americans, and not only just Americans, but because of the reach of social media, it's almost like Radio Free Europe. Yep. The reach of social media gets to good people all over the world, and all the good people in the world are saying what the Nugent family says. Go, Jason, go. You are on a true North Compass setting, and we salute you, and we stand with you.
Love it. Last question. You were famously invited to the Trump White House with Kid Rock and Sarah Palin. Have you gotten any invites from Joe Biden?
No, I have not, and I'm so proud of that because idiots never invite me. I never get invitations from bad people, and he's the worst of the worst.
Well, we'll take it, but listen, if you want to go somewhere, I can get you into the Waffle House. I got pulled.
See, I'm the czar of the Waffle House. Who are you kidding, Jimmy?
I love it.
Come on, I'm Waffle Daddy. I'm your barbecue daddy. I'm your backstrap spirit of the wild daddy. That's why you love me.
You're a human hash brown, Ted. That's why we love you, my man.